All right, here we are. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're viewing from. So we're going to be looking at these live future markets. We're straight in it. I started streaming a little bit late, so we are currently 8 minutes into this 9:30 open. Eight minutes into the open. So let me start off with a higher time frame here. So daily, we're all in this chop anyway. Let me just remove the indicator here. So we have this 4-hour fair value gap here. We're also still respecting this one here. We've also just had an internal sweep of this current 4-hour candle. Next 4-hour candle opens in about 22 minutes. 22 minutes. So we are pushing higher. We've been respecting this 60-minute gap, but if I'm being honest, I'm bullish, so I do believe this will fail. If we have a quick look at ES quickly. So ES hit these lows as well. No SMT. YM's weakest. YM's weakest. NQ is strongest, and ES is right in the middle. So looking at NQ, because we're going off the strongest pair here, the strongest asset. Just kind of seeing what we're gonna do here. We've just tapped into this again, just on the dot. To be honest, personally, I wouldn't really want to be looking at anything quite yet. Patience is the key to profitability, people. Profitability comes from patience. I'm sure you guys know that now anyway. So looking at the 5-minute here, we've created this area of imbalance, taking out all these failure swings. Look, you can see the targets here on the 5-minute. Just change that. This. Then we have these to target as well now. This got these this swing here was taken here and created a minor low, and price came and swept that and made the real low. This might be a low of day now though, to be honest. We've swept London low as well. Yeah, price has swept these lows here. We've got 5-minute retracement now. I mean, if we were going to take anything, I think these targets are the ones to be looking for. I was bullish today anyway. Just basically waiting to see something here. Waiting to see some kind of reaction. You know, market has just moved on its own here for a minute. I don't like how this looks either, to be honest. To be honest, only know for price to tell. We're in no rush. Market is just opened, so we are ready. Or New York has just begun. Nice, so we're getting some good reaction here to the upside. I mean, these targets here, almost inevitable if it pushes past this high. Price breaks past this high here. I believe this target and these two targets are, you know, these are all, this is the main high here, and these are just failure swings. You know, well, not these two now. This was until this taken out this. Failure swing, price took it out. Price took this out, made a low. Same here, we've got some failure swings here. We've not got much to the downside, if I'm being honest. Not for a far way anyway. Look at the 15, you know. This is really the next area to be looking to go into. You know, and there's some strong support just sat above that level. Let's have a look. Small wick on the 15. Signs of expansion. Price tapped into this 5-minute gap. We are just waiting to see the reaction, people. We are just waiting to see the reaction. No rush, no rush. Okay, so ES, oh, sorry about that, that's my mic. So ES is making lower lows. ES has just tapped into this 5-minute here. This 3-minute actually, sorry. That has tapped into the 5-minute, I thought so. So ES has took that low. NQs took this low. ES is obviously weaker. This would be the valid change in state of delivery here with the 1 hour closing bullish with this swing point. Be a valid C2 closure, but we'll see. We'll see. Price did tap into this gap. What does that look like on NQ? Same thing. There'll be some kind of internal high here. I'm still bullish for a second. Price hasn't closed below this 5-minute gap, so until then, my bias still remains bullish. I believe this could just be a retracement. It is currently looking like a bit of a V-shaped reversal. Like I say, if we close below this fair value gap, you know, we have IFVG created. I just don't like the targets low, to be honest. I mean, we have the daily candle here as well. I mean, there is possibly room for expansion here, to be honest. Down to the previous day's open there. Don't know, I still like buyers more, to be honest. You know, buyers, we can get back up to the open price here. You know, that leaves us some good targets. You know, open price. You know, we'll see, we'll see. ES still respecting. NQ is going to be looking nice. Let me see if I sound all right in the stream. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, we sound good, people. We sound good. We sound absolutely fine. So, here we go. This is what we wanted to see. So, NQ is currently respecting. We're on a 2-minute. Right, here we go. So, price respecting. If we close above here, I will look for longs. This candle low here. See, these targets just make sense to me. These targets just make sense. Guys, I will be executing on my phone, by the way. Paper trading. This is not any way, shape, or form a signal. As I said, this is not a signal, but this is just my opinion. You know, we've opened up this new 15-minute candle here. This close valid. The 1 minute change in state here. This high is definitely inevitable. Thing is, if I was to enter here, yeah, you see price just, the RR just didn't make sense. Even if I came to this low here, like there, that just still for me is still too high of an entry, to be honest. The RR didn't make sense. So we'll see, we'll see. We shall see. See, price has tapped into this 60-minute gap again. Now we have SMT with ES. SMT with ES here. Let's see how ES is looking to the downside. Let's see how ES is looking to the downside. Like I said, I am bullish, and I remain bullish until proven otherwise. We've taken out some low resistance liquidity here. I mean, there's a whole bunch, to be honest. You know, these highs here look favorable to take out. But I suppose we'll see. We'll see how price reacts here. Price reacting off this change in state of delivery here. You know, I'm probably expecting this move. If it was going to happen, it's going to happen before 10 AM. That's for certain anyway. If it happens, it is before 10 AM. Price is pushing nicely. That was a failed SMT there. That was a failed SMT, guys. So price is definitely bullish, to be honest. I didn't think that SMT would hold anyway. Just trying to align with my bias. So here we go. You got the first point of interest here that I would expect the market to take. This would be 1.4. So my minimum target would be here. And then once price gets to here, these are your next targets. Do. What do we have above that? Nothing, just this external high. This external high. What's the daily looking like? Mark out that open. We mark out that open there. It's here. I'd almost like to see price come to this level and actually push to the 2 area. I think it's holding back slightly on the 1 minute, but we'll just see. Be patient. Be patient. Just got to trust in your bias, trust in, you know. That's what you got to do. I've just been patient here now, really, to be honest. I will just say as well, for me, I would reduce my stop now to this low. This low here. So essentially risk-free. Essentially. We haven't taken this 5-minute high, so I don't see why price would even think about reversing as of yet until it takes this 5-minute high. If any of you trade like this, or you think this is a good trade, especially as well, give it a like. If there's more people in there, I'll probably be a bit more talkative, but no one's in here at the minute, so this is just almost just like a journaling video for myself, to be honest. I'll be reviewing this and seeing how I can trade differently to improve myself as a trader. Come on, price. 4 minutes till the 4-hour closes and a new 4-hour begins. So we will see. We'll see how the 10 o'clock opens. Here we go. That 5-minute high. Is it going to be? Is it going to get taken? This will be the time I'm anticipating it. This will be the time I anticipate it. Oh, there it is. Just a few more ticks off of 2R there. Just a few more. I think it top ticked my 2R, honestly. We might have got top ticked. I'm not too sure. On my broker, it didn't hit, but on the charts it did. So we will see. That was a good trade though, guys. I'm just gonna go grab a drink, and I'll be back. And there it is, people. Well, that was the first live stream. And we're at a current 100% win rate. No, but that was it. Look, and there's them further targets as well being hit. So you could have got yourself a 2.45 there. And then you have got that further target, which I did say is definitely a possibility. But these two, these failure swings here, these were 100% to be taken. I mean, you know, as they did. I believe for me, that's as far as I'm going to go here. I mean, it does make sense for this external to go, but the trouble is, price has got price has already got a target here that's been met. I mean, this external does make sense. I do think it will, to be honest. But as far as that goes, you know, if the continuation is there, you know, it'll be off this 10 a.m. You know, we'll have a shallow retracement down into here. You know, wait for this 15-minute candle and wait for the new phase of price here. You know, a target's been met. So for me, a new phase of price is is what normally happens. So with these highs here, we're either going to get consolidation, a retracement, or we could just get an expansion through these highs. But for me, we got this swing point here that was formed. The 1 minute confirmed that. The 1 minute confirmed that. We come down. I think we traded candle 4 of the 15 minute. We traded candle 4, which is fine though. It aligned just after the open, so it was perfect. It was quite nice. Like I say here, this low resistant liquidity got taken here, and there were still all these targets to be taken up here. Price instantly, institutions were involved. Price created this gap, respected it, as I've shown on ES as well. ES was looking quite bearish, almost shaping a V-shaped reversal. This where shorts have got in too early. Basically this low resistance was taken, this was taken. These levels were taken. Shorts would have got in early, especially on the 1 minute. These IFV traders, IFVG traders would have got in. Boom. They'd have got in here, maybe got the retest entry or entered down here, look to target this liquidity here, because this is like a bit of a trendline liquidity build up. Makes sense in some aspects, but you've got to look at the bigger picture. Bigger picture, bias today was bullish. You look at higher time frame analysis, the daily price yesterday expanded, the price Tuesday, so we have Monday here, which was kind of finished with inside this candle, more looked like a reversal day, but obviously with what happened over the weekend, Monday was just no one was to know what was happening on Monday. Tuesday, we came down to these lows, ES took this low, created a SMT. Wednesday, yesterday, created that perfect C3 continuation candle. This was a reversal confirming a swing on the 1 hour. This candle next then expanded up. Traded candle 4 on the daily, which is still easily done. But you can see now, look, prices met the targets I believed it was going to take. It could slow down here now, get a retracement and a continuation. Or price could just consolidate or do what it wants. To be honest, that is me done for the day anyway. I did hope everybody could learn something from this. I will leave the stream in a playlist on my YouTube channel anyway. If you give it a subscribe or a like, that'd be much appreciated. Shows that you guys are actually listening to what I'm trying to do here. I've been a trader of 5 years. I've never done anything social media wise. That's why I probably seem a little bit sluggish, or not nervous, but kind of speaking all of your thoughts out loud instead of just thinking about them when you're sat here as a lonely trader. So yeah, no, today was a really good analysis actually. I'm really happy with today's results. 2R was the target, you see. I knew these highs. I mean, this basically got taken to the tick. Now it's retracing. This looks more like a shallow retracement, to be fair. We're retracing back on the 5 minute now. I do think this 15 minute will probably hold up, and then you'll wait for the next 15 minute candle to see if price is going to expand within the 10 AM candle. So you'll want to see some kind of gap being kept there. So this is done for me, this is done for me, this is done for me. Probably will want to see this level hold, to be honest. If this closes passing, now you have got a reversal. But to be honest, that's what I mean. Yeah, it's pointless talking about anything like that. That's just switching bias. I mean, if you're a scalper, you'd be looking at them highs taken. You'd probably be looking at that price leg and just think, right, I'm going to call it a day. So yeah, no, that's me done, guys. That's that was a really good trade, to be honest, today. That was a really good trade. I'm happy with that. And yeah, if you guys give it a like or a subscribe, I'll be much appreciated. And yeah, cheers guys, thank you. Whee!